Hi everyone, Shanti Clayton here, California Homemades. This is my detox diary and I am on day 14. Woo! Which means that I am 2/3 of the way done and I've only got 7 days left. Yay, yay, yay. Feeling good, just moving right along. I'm still a little mentally hazy, forgetting things and just kind of being a little bit hazy, but other than that, physically I'm doing great. And my day today, I did Pilates for the first time in a long time, and it felt so good, even though it was a hard workout. Then I kind of had a me day, and then I went to the sauna after that, and then I got a chiropractic adjustment. My neck was really stiff, and I just kind of felt like I needed it. And right afterwards, like instantly, I knew that I had made the right choice because my neck just felt so much better. But then I was kind of out of it from just doing all those things at once. So I gave myself a little break and I thought, oh, I'm going to rest. And I really had the intention of resting for the rest of the day. I was drinking a lot of water and I just came home and laid down for a little bit. But after I laid down, I kind of got a burst of energy. And so then I got up and got some more stuff done, got some stuff done around my house, got some stuff done at work. So it's kind of amazing that, like the amount of energy you have when you're doing this, because it's like, even when you have the intention sometimes of, oh, I'm just going to rest, it's like, hey, you get these energy spurts and you know what, why not use it? And I'm not saying push yourself, don't push yourself, listen to your body. That's what this is all about. But if you are feeling the nudge and it's like, oh, you kind of rested for a little bit and you feel better, then go and get stuff done while you've got energy. So I have kind of a little headache tonight, which I'm sure is, it's releasing toxins. When I was doing Pilates, I was doing jumps, and that's really good, moving out stuff from the lymph. It's kind of like jumping on a rebounder, which I have not been doing because I don't have my rebounder. So I was really happy to be doing that. And just while I was moving my body in general, I knew this is what I needed to do. And I haven't been exercising every single day, but I did a big hike last week and I did a few regular walks during the week. So whenever I can grab a walk, I've been doing that, but nothing super strenuous. And so this was a really good, I feel like I'm on the tail end of the detox, and I feel like I'm totally like moving stuff out and my funk is kind of lifted. So I was feeling like today would be a good day to get back in it. And I plan to do another Pilates round tomorrow, and then we'll just see what the rest of the week brings. Like I said, I try not to plan stuff out too much because I just like to go day by day and see how I'm feeling. So that's what I'm doing. And I wanted to kind of talk about mind over matter today. And because I was thinking about how this one has just flown by for me, this detox. I mean, I'm on day 14 and I'm feeling great. And this one has been really easy as far as I haven't been super hungry or anything. And, they're different every single time. And a lot of people do this seasonally. It's a really good way just to clean yourself up and to reset yourself. So, a couple times a year. I like to do it seasonally. And, one of my gals, I was talking to one of the gals who she has done it before, and she was saying that this time her healing crisis was so much more than last time. She just had a bad headache, and, it's different every time, and you get what you need every time. And that's just the thing, too, to keep in mind. You always get what you need. So if you have a good attitude about it and you kind of just embrace it and know that and just know, hey, I'm going to work through it and whatever's coming up is what I need, then you're in a much better place. For me, this is probably the least emotional breakdowns that I've had during a detox because, when I started doing this, I was going through a lot emotionally. And every time I did a detox, I just was a mess pretty much the whole time, but it was stuff that needed to come out. And so, the whole time I just kind of went with the flow and let it come up. And, if you just already know that whatever is supposed to come up will, and as long as you're open to it and open to releasing it, you're going to have a really good result. So, and everybody is different. Everyone's body is different. We all lose weight differently. We all, we're just different. We all need different things. So the ability to kind of take things as it comes and adjust for your own body is a really good thing too. Like I was saying in one of the other videos, there are days when you are freaking hungry, and so you need to do something. You need to have another green pack. You need to have a protein pack. It's like you need to figure out what your body's going to need to feel satisfied. And there's always something you can do to feel satisfied and stay within the parameters of this program. And it's totally a mind over matter thing. And once you have it in your mind that you're going to do this, it's so much easier. And if you have just the mindset that, everything is for the positive, that everything is for your own good, and that everything is always working out for you, it makes a huge difference, because, our minds play so many tricks on us, and food especially it's such a habit. When the first time I did this, I own a food business, so I'm around food all the time, and every single day. And, I'm used to snacking. It's just kind of part of the deal, even now when I do meals for people and I do salads, and it's like, you're cutting up cucumbers, and, it's like kind of just a reflex to put one in your mouth, pop an almond in your mouth, it's just a habit. And I remember the first time that I did this detox, I wasn't feeling hungry, but it took me a good week to get my mind wrapped around, okay, I'm really anal about things. So it's like, I knew I wasn't going to cheat, and I knew I wasn't going to quit, but it took me a good week to just get my mind into the space of, into the space of doing it, and not letting my mind like trick me and say, oh, you're hungry, when I really wasn't. And I remember the first day I had a tea and like a green pack, and I wasn't hungry. And I went into my kitchen, and it was like 9 in the morning. And it was just like, it's such a reflex. I had nuts sitting on the counter, and, it's like, that's what I did every morning. I would just come in, have a handful of almonds, and I went and I grabbed them. And then I thought, oh, I can't have that because I'm on the detox. And then my next thought was, am I even hungry? And so I thought about it, and I wasn't hungry. And I was like, wow, that's so weird. And so the very first time I did it, it was like I had that the whole time, like it would be like I would think about something, and then I would think, wait, am I actually hungry? And then I wasn't, and it really shows you how, it's all a mind thing. And eating is just such a habit, and we're so used to eating on certain occasions, and eating at certain times, and eating emotionally when we're happy, sad, mad. We use food for everything. And it's just really good to kind of be aware of that. And I just kind of wanted to share a couple. I mean, I have people who are such rock stars do this, and there's always something. I just want to say there's always something when you're doing this. People are like, oh gosh, 21 days, or at any amount of time, people say, oh, it's such a long time, when I mean, really, in the scope of your life, 21 days, it's not that long. It's not even a month. And for everything your body does for you, it doesn't seem like that long of a time to me. But having said that, there is always something always comes up. There's always a birthday party, a wedding, a trip. Oh, there's always something. And I always tell people to plan this in a time when you can wrap your mind around it and you're into it mentally. Because once you're into it mentally, you can do anything. And I know that for a fact. I have done this at the hardest time in my life, and I didn't cheat. I stayed on it, and I know you can do it. I know anybody can do it. But I wanted to just share like a couple stories of a couple people who are just rock stars, who just like persevered, and they're just examples that you can do it no matter what. I had a couple who did it together. They took their daughter to Disneyland, full day at Disneyland, and they stayed on it. They took thermoses, they took juices, they took waters, they took all their green drinks, their red drinks, everything, and they stayed on it. Right now in my group, I have somebody who drove from California to Utah. She's stayed on it. She's going to stay on it while she's on her trip in Utah. I have another gal who's traveling next week. She's also committed to stay on it. I have a gal who did it before. She travels a lot for business. She figured out a way to take it on the plane. And, you know, I take a thermos, and, you know, you just figure out a way. When there's a will, there's a way. And, you know, so it's, once you get there mentally, it's so easy, and you really get a huge benefit from it. And I also want to talk really quick about your friends and family and all their opinions about what you're doing. You know, everybody's always got an opinion, and they've always got a reason why it's not going to work. And, you know, it's hard for people when they're not maybe in the same frame of mind, or it's just change. You know, change is hard for people. So it's like if they don't understand, or if it's something different that they're not used to, you know, it's kind of easy for them to talk shit to you. And, you know what other people's opinions are? Their business. It's not even your business what anybody thinks about you. You know, that's their business. So if anybody is saying stuff to you, you know, you just got to let that wash off your back, because at the end of the day, this is something that you do for you. And the more committed to yourself that you are, and the more that you look at this, like, this is a gift to myself, and I am just taking care of me. This is some time to nurture myself, to get my body to a good place, just to give my body a break, to reset myself, to change my energy, because that's what it does. It does all of that stuff. And so if you just look at it like that, it's so much more motivating to keep going when there's hard times, and just to see it through to the end. And I want everybody to know, I'm not here to tell you that this is easy all the time. It sure isn't. You know, there are hard days. I've had my hard days. The last 4 or 5 days have been hard days, as far as, you know, being in a nasty mood, and, you know, being grumpy, being sad. You know, it's not always easy, but it is always, always, always worth it. And this isn't something that I've just done 1 or 2 times, and, you know, I don't do the whole way. I do the full 21. I do it usually every time. I have done it all the lengths, just so I know. So I've done 7, I've done 14, I've done the full 21. The full 21 I do the most, because I feel like you get the most out of it, because it's like, especially after a 7-day, they're all good for their own purposes. But to me, right when you get to 7 days, it's like that's when you really start having energy, and everything really starts cleaning out of your body. So, you know, the longer you go after that, you really start getting the benefits of having your body clean, and just having so much energy, and having these things kind of turn into habits, because the longer that you do it, the more ingrained it is, and the easier it is. And you see, oh, I could do this on a daily basis. You know, I could have a smoothie for breakfast every day. That's not going to kill me. You know, maybe I'm going to turn in my tea for, you know, or my coffee, and, you know, start having tea now, because this is good, and I still feel good, and I can do it, and I've got a lot of energy, you know. So perseverance always pays off, and especially in this instance, it's always worth it. It's always worth it. And, you know, I've had very gnarly healing crises before, where I've just had the most awful headaches and just felt yucky. This one, I haven't had too much physical stuff. It's been more emotional and mental for me. Like I said, I kind of have a headache right now, but I think that's from going to the sauna, going to Pilates, and being adjusted all in the same day. So I'm just drinking lots of water, and I'm looking forward to going to bed. And I have to tell you too, I've been sleeping so good and so soundly. So that's another wonderful side effect of this. So I would love for you guys to have this experience. It's a life-changing thing, and it can really shift your energy, just kick you into a new gear, and make you feel real good. We have 7-day, 14-day, and 21-day programs, and if you'd like some more info, I can get you started. You can just email Shanti at californiahomemades.com, or give us a call at 760-744-0475, and I will see you tomorrow on day 15.